Hi, I'm Tracy Anderson. I'm the Parks Operations Manager for the City of Tavares, and we're in the Tavares Cemetery today. The cemetery dates back to the mid-1800s, and we're planting a sycamore tree. So the city is a Tree City USA designated city, and by planting these different species and woody shrubs here in the cemetery, the public can come and visit it much like a park, and all the trees will help to provide a habitat for nature. I'm really excited to be able to share our sycamore tree planting in the Tavares Cemetery today. It's a part of a partnership that we have with University of Florida IFAS Lake County Extension. Jamie Doherty, being an arborist, is a great addition to our team, and it's just going to help set the pace for the future.
Hi, I'm Jamie Doherty. I am the residential horticulture agent at the University of Florida IFAS Lake County Extension office here in Lake County, Florida. And today I'm here at the Tavares Cemetery where we're going to be doing a tree planting demonstration with this wonderful sycamore tree that I have behind me. What we have today is what's called a ball and burlap tree. So it's also referred to as a B&B tree. So if you're purchasing a tree and they ask you if you want B&B, this is what you're going to get. What you have is you've got this wrapped around with a material, and there's also a basket to help hold everything in place. When you're moving any kind of a tree around, you want to be really careful and make sure that the root ball stays secure and does not get damaged. One thing when you're looking at the root ball as well, you want to look up here at the trunk and you're looking for something called the root flare. So the root flare, sometimes you are going to have to dig down a little bit to really see it. You want to find the topmost root because the root flare is the transition zone between the trunk and the roots, and you want that at or a little bit above grade for where you're planting. Because if you get this covered with soil or mulch, it can actually lead to rot over time. So before you plant your tree, you do want to check it to see if there's any damage that occurred during transportation or if there's any limbs that need to be pruned. So you're looking for any kind of crossing branches or branches with a bad branch attachment. In the case of a few of these branches, it's gone down into the growing tissue. So for the health of the tree, it's going to be best to take this off. Now, when you are taking the tree limbs off, you want to go back to what's referred to as the branch bark collar. And that's because that's where the tree actually has the cells needed to do healing most quickly. So now that you've got your tree all pruned, any of the defects or damage is removed, you do want to make sure that you have your hole dug. So the hole should be approximately twice as large as the root ball is wide, and you want to make sure that it's deep enough for that root flare that we talked about earlier. So you can actually measure the root ball with your shovel for depth. So you want to make sure that you get the shovel down to the bottom, and then you can angle this up, and you want to make sure that you're lining up with that root flare that we measured earlier. So if we line up, it's approximately here. So you can then take the shovel, put it in the hole, and determine if you are too deep or not deep enough to see what you need to do. So what we're going to do right now is see if we can roll it in. So what they're doing now is they're adding water back into the soil as they are actually planting so that the tree is better held in place at the root. And the important tip here is you want to make sure that you are not putting a bunch of material on top of the root ball. You want to make a donut that's going to be able to hold the water when you water the tree, and it's going to hold that water right by the roots where it's needed most. So this is what it should look like once you're done. We've got that nice donut, we've got the stakes up, it's looking really wonderful. And I just want to take a minute to thank the Tavares Parks Management and the Parks Department staff for coming out and helping with this planting demonstration today. And if you guys have any questions about tree planting, please contact me at the University of Florida IFAS Lake County Extension office.